Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Today's topic is misogyny and your body image. Misogyny. And what does it have to do with your body image? Before we get started, I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers, all the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, those of you who are new to the channel, I will answer your relationship questions. So, in the description, I put my email address. Send me your questions and I would be happy to answer them right here on the air and share them with the collective. And I really appreciate your letters because so many women benefit from you sharing your experiences. So just keep your letters coming. And I'm hoping that my advice is helpful to you. Now, those of you who are interested in these caps, they are available in my online store, and you'll find a link also in the description. Now let's dive into this message today. Misogyny and your body image. First, let's start off. What is misogyny? And I pulled the description here. Misogyny is the hatred of, contempt for, or prejudice against women or girls. What? It can also refer to social systems or environments where women face hostility and hatred because they're women in a world created by and for men. Well, that's what men believe. That's misogyny, where men believe that you women are created by them and for them. Women, and these are the men who judge and criticize your body image. These are the men that tell you the way that you should look, tell you what's beautiful and what's not beautiful. This is misogyny. These men don't even like women. This really describes a narcissist, because narcissists don't like women. They don't. I did pull a video. Let's watch this video. And we have a letter. So let's watch this video. We're going to read the letter and talk about this issue. Okay? Here we go.
Just a friendly reminder that people who were born with uteruses naturally have a different metabolic structure than those born without. Our bodies literally evolved to retain fat, for nutrients for the babies that our bodies evolved to create. So if you're a guy who fat shames women, sorry, you're just a misogynist. Okay, thanks, bye.
The amount of gay men that were making awful remarks about this woman's body during this whole thing was just insane. Only because I was just like, you're a man for one. What gives you the right to even have an opinion like this about someone's weight? Especially a woman's weight. And I feel like gay men forget that they're not women. And it was such a frustrating thing to watch because most of the women that were concerned about Ariana's weight, it was more so from a mental health perspective. Because once again, women know about a woman's body. But when it comes to a man, what the do you know about a woman's body? Only if you're like a doctor. Or you have like sisters or whatever, but at the end of the day, you're a man. And I feel like a lot of gay men feel like they have this type of freedom to treat women in a certain way and talk to them in a certain way that they absolutely do not have. And it's kind of misogynistic. And I feel like it's sexist. And I think it's just awful and disgusting.
You saw what they said in the video. So now let's read this letter. All right, she says, it would be great if you did a video on the red flags of a misogynist. All right, I guess we'll go into it right here. Some men, when they are stressed, immediately react by speaking derogatory about women's anatomy. This is one way to recognize their misogyny. Well, let me tell you something. That's not the only way. because men always feel like they are judge and jury on a woman's appearance. Because they have always been in control. So, but women, we are trying to take back our power to be in control of our own lives and not depend on what a man thinks of how we feel about ourselves. And see, that's where it comes from. You know, we worrying about men being misogynist. Ladies, you care for yourself and you can grasp your own power, you won't care what he is. You really won't, because it won't affect you. You won't care what other people say about you. You won't care what other people think about you or the way that you look. As long as you're happy with yourself, then that's what it is. Now we have another letter. Let's see what she says here. She says, as far back as I can remember, I have struggled with body image issues. From the scars from chickenpox and a surgery to always being picked on about my weight. You know, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad at all. It's a lot of us that have gone through that. I have also experienced sexual abuse during my childhood, and I realized that the coping mechanisms I used were subconsciously to protect me. Of course. Of course. If you were always picked on about your weight, and then somebody sexually abused you, yeah, it brought down your self-esteem. You didn't know value about yourself or how worthy you were. When these things happen to us as children, we grow up thinking that maybe we did something to make that happen to us. Or we weren't worthy enough, and that's why this happened to us. We don't realize that it's just the evil in society that this incident happened in our lives. You see? But as long as you don't accept this evilness as being something normal, and then you want to continue it in your life, as long as you don't do that, then you have not accepted the demonic energy within yourself. You see? There are some people who get molested, and then they go on to molest others. They have accepted that demonic energy. Okay, they have accepted it. And that demon will stay with them as long as they accept it. And the more that they accept, the more demonic energy comes into them. Now, misogynistic behavior is a low vibration, negative, evil energy because it hurts people. It tears people down. It's a hatred for women and for girls. It's evil, people. So you don't want to listen to anything like this that affects the way that you feel about your image, yourself. Okay? As long as you are authentic. Now, I'm not talking about if you go out here and you transform yourself from the way that you were born. You know, you were born this way, but no, you don't want to be this way. You want to transform yourself into something else. Well, that's outside of what we're talking about. We're talking about your authentic self, the way that you were born here. If you gain a lot of weight or whatever, that has something to do with the way that you feel about yourself. That's all it is. See, you can lose weight. When I was growing up, I was a little heavy girl. I wasn't really what you would say fat, but I was heavy. And they say kind of chunky. We would say that. But I was athletic. But in my family like you to be slim. My mother used to say you can never be too slim or too rich. That's the way that I was brought up. You could never be too slim or too rich. So if you were a little heavy, you know, you got the fingers pointed at you and things like that. So it does do something to your self-esteem when you grow up like that. And people really shouldn't do that. They think that they're helping you, but they're really hurting you. A lot of overweight children, when you pick at the weight, it makes them eat more because you are depressing them and making them feel more stress. So they eat more. You need to leave it alone. And if you are in charge of eating habits or whatever, the eating, then only cook foods that are not fattening. That's how you overcome that. Just don't have fattening foods around, and nobody can eat fattening foods. You can't eat it if it's not there. Okay? But let's get back to your letter. So yeah, you use coping mechanisms to protect yourself. Right now, I am morbidly obese, and I'm working on getting down to a healthy weight. Good for you. Good for you. And let me say something about this since we are here. About health and losing weight. You see, a lot of people can go out and lose a lot of weight. But then once they get their weight, it's hard to keep it down because you haven't made it a lifestyle. Whatever you are doing to lose weight, make sure it's something that you can live on. Okay? And this is why I'm saying this. We're going to go in the healthy part of this body image. You know how these diet practitioners tell you, drink these juices. Drink these juices and you can lose weight. Yeah, you can lose weight on juices. But you can't live on that. You're going to drink a juice every day for the rest of your life? No, that's not a happy life. You need an eating regime that keeps you small, but that you can live with. A lifestyle of eating. Not a random thing that you hurry up and lose weight and thinking that that's going to be it. No. And I tell you this because I've gone through it. I've gone through just about every eating plan out. The Atkins, the vegan, the vegetarian, the everything. Trying to get your weight down to where you're happy with it. You see, body image should be your state of happiness, where you are happy. Not what other people think about you. But you want to be healthy now. Being healthy is very important. But don't live your life worrying about what somebody else is going to say. Because that will make you even more depressed. And as a result, you'll find yourself getting bigger and bigger and bigger instead of smaller. Start loving yourself. And with the love that you have for yourself, I'm telling you, you will naturally lose weight. It'll be a natural process. This weight came on because of the stress and the things that you have gone through in your life. Many times, that's the case. And it's not because of this is your destiny. You are destined to be this way. It's not that. It's the way that you feel deep down about yourself. You see, many times it's in your subconscious. It's not in your conscious mind. It's in your subconscious telling you you're not worth it. Why bother? This is you. Go on and eat. Enjoy yourself. It's no good. It's no good at all. So let's see here. You say, during this journey, I am seeing how much of an impact the negative messages I have received from people around me and the media have really impacted me. Absolutely. It keeps you in a state of anxiety. And so you just go to get you something to eat. Because eating makes you feel better about yourself. You understand? You get you some candy and some sweets, and it really brings in a happy feeling. But it also packs on fat. Find other ways to fill that void. Find yourself a hobby to do so you can, when you're interested in something else, you're not thinking about food. Walk. Now for me, I walk a little every day. I walk just around my house. Go right out my door, walk around my house, and there's a little park not too far from me. I walk around the park, I come back, and it usually takes me about 30 to 45 minutes to do that every day. Being out in nature, it grounds me. It makes me feel good about myself, and it helps to keep the weight off and down. That exercise. Now we are doing exercises here on the sister channel, and that keep your arms toned and all of that. But it's important that you do these things. You just can't sit in your misery because you happen to be somewhere in your life that you don't want to be. You visualize yourself being what you want. Visualize it in your mind. See yourself being the person that you want to be. And work toward that goal. Just take small steps. Don't stress yourself out or starve yourself and all that kind of stuff. Don't do that, because it won't last. It has to be a lifestyle change. That's the only thing that's going to change. Lifestyle changes. And this goes hand in hand with your spirituality, because spiritually, you're going to start loving yourself, trusting yourself, raising your self-esteem, your worth, your value, knowing that you have the power to change, and it's all within you. And you're not going to listen to any misogynistic comments, remarks, or behaviors that have affected you up to now. Okay? Because a lot of this is wherever when you look in the magazines and you look, in the movies, or you just look out into society and you see people who are slimmer, and you want that for yourself. If you truly do, you can have it, because it's inside of you. You can be whatever you want to be. The power is in you. You got to believe that, and you got to know it. Okay? I don't do full body photos and am very uncomfortable in my own skin. You don't have to live like that. You can change it anytime you want to. You have the power within you. You don't have to run out here to join no gym membership. You don't have to go out here and join no weight loss eating program. All of that is a waste of money, because it's a quick fix. A quick fix. You need something that you can live with. Something that is just going to be your regular living, your regular lifestyle, and still lose weight and get fit. But it's in your mind. Your mind's got to be fit. You see? That's what changes your appearance, the way that you think about yourself. That's the most powerful thing. Once you change the way you think, everything else is automatic. People, know this. Believe this about yourself. You see? And no matter what other people say or do outside of you, it won't affect you, because you will have a strong sense of who you are and where you want to go in life. Now you say here, I'm seeing more clearly how important it is to get out of my own head. You right about that. See, it's all about what's in your mind about you. And then you'll be able to see a difference. If you change the way you think, you'll be able to see a difference not only in your reality, but also in you. In you. Before you know it, you'll be a changed person. You start feeling better about yourself. Loving life. Loving yourself. And you will start loving your appearance because it will change. Because you will change. See, it's all in your mind. It's the way that you think. It's the way that you feel about yourself. And ladies, when you love yourself, you won't care about misogyny. Let these men be who they are. If you are a strong and independent woman, you won't care what they think. You won't care what they do. These misogynistic people. You don't need them in your life anyway. Somebody who's always going to be criticizing you and tearing you down and all of that. Well, you need somebody like that in your life for? These people are toxic. Let them go and don't look back. Ladies, you got to love yourself. Love yourself. And when you love yourself, you'll find joy in yourself. You see? Make yourself a priority. Quit putting your energy out in all sorts of ways and not in yourself. When you love yourself, you pamper yourself. You see? Everything you do is about bettering yourself. Loving yourself. Now, in the letter here, you say that you are obese. You can lose weight. But you got to change the way your mind thinks. Visualize yourself the weight that you want to be. Visualize it. And just do some simple steps. Simple. Because remember, it's got to be a lifestyle if you want it to stick. Can't be these fast fixes. Fast fixes, you can fix it fast, but you'll lose it fast. Okay. When I was younger, I went on the, I think it was it Atkins? Or one of those diets I went on. And I lost a tremendous amount of weight. I believe when I started, I was a size 12. And when I ended, I was a size 4. 4. All right. I was happy. But the way that I lost that much weight wasn't a lifestyle. It wasn't something that I can keep up every day and be happy with. You know, you eat certain foods, and, you know, and all of that. And it just didn't work for me. So I slowly began to gain the weight back. Because I didn't like the food that I had to eat to stay that size 4. So then I found an eating that worked for me. That is healthy eating. You need to eat healthy. You need to come away from unhealthy things. You know, fast foods and all that kind of crap. You need to come away from that. Eat healthy and your weight will come down. And try to, you know, I think it's better if you cook your own and stop going out to eat. I tell you why, because when you eat out, you don't know what ingredients they're putting in the food that you're getting. And most times it's high fat and low nutritional value. High fat and low nutritional value. So you're just eating garbage when you go out to eat. It tastes good, but it's not doing anything for you nutritionally or to keep your weight down. Now, once in a while, but not all the time. That's why they talked about people who ate a lot of McDonald's, how big they got. It's because of the way that the food is prepared. If you prepare these things at home, then you can regulate the ingredients in there. You don't want to put high fat stuff when you're cooking your food or whatever. You see, you'll be more cognizant of what's going into your system. This is how you lose weight and create a lifestyle change for yourself. A lifestyle change, people. And this is what you want, to be healthy, because being spiritual and being healthy go hand in hand. Go hand in hand. And being on your spiritual journey, it will push you to live more healthy, a more healthier lifestyle. I hope that you understand this. Misogyny and your body image. You got to love who you are. Wherever you are right now. Even if you're sitting there and you 800 pounds and you want to be healthy, you can. But you got to change the way you think. That's what this is. You see, it's never going to change as long as you think that it won't. As long as you don't have hope, there is no hope. You got to go within, people, and love yourself. Speak positive. Think positive. And you will slowly see your whole life begin to change for the better. I hope that you understand the message today. Don't allow misogyny to affect the way that you think about yourself and your body image. Your body image can be your own creation, but you need to be happy with yourself. You need to love yourself. So be what feels good to you. Be that, but be healthy. Everybody out here doesn't need to be real thin. If it feels good to you, be that. If it feels good to you to be more curvy, be that. But whatever it is, you want to live a happy life in peace. No stress, no anxiety, and no negative thinking. I hope that you understand the message today, and I really hope that it... Now, those of you who may be missing your affirmations and your movement, in the description, just click on that link, affirmations and exercises, and it will take you straight to the affirmation of today. And over there, I'll give you some tips on health and good living. So I want to thank you so much for joining me today, for supporting this channel. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your letters. And a special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best, and I really hope to see you next time.